Your voice has power, can move mountains, change hearts, and shape the world around you. But only if you know how to use it. Today we're going to talk about something that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. We're going to talk about speaking like a leader and commanding respect. Now you might be thinking, I'm not a leader, I don't have a fancy title or a corner office. But let me tell you something, leadership isn't about titles. It's not about where you sit in the organizational chart. Leadership is about influence. And influence, that's something every single one of you has, whether you realize it or not. Every time you open your mouth, you have the potential to influence someone. Every word you speak can either build someone up or tear them down. Every sentence you utter can either inspire action or promote inertia. That's the power you hold within you. That's the potential of your voice. But here's the thing. Not everyone knows how to tap into that potential. Not everyone knows how to speak in a way that commands respect and inspires others to follow. That's what we're here to change today. Speaking like a leader isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's not about intimidating others or throwing your weight around. No, speaking like a leader is about something much more profound. It's about connecting with others on a deep human level. It's about conveying your ideas with clarity and conviction. It's about speaking in a way that makes others want to listen. So how do we do that? How do we speak in a way that makes people sit up and take notice? How do we use our words to command respect? First and foremost, it starts with belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your message. You see, when you truly believe in what you're saying, it shows. It comes through in your voice, in your body language, in the very energy you project. People can sense authenticity. They can tell when someone is speaking from the heart versus simply reciting memorized lines. Think about the great leaders throughout history. Think about the speeches that have moved nations and changed the course of human events. Those words weren't just empty rhetoric. They were filled with conviction, with passion, with an unwavering belief in the message being conveyed. So before you even open your mouth, ask yourself, do I believe in what I'm about to say? Is this message something I'm willing to stand behind 100? If the answer is yes, then you're already halfway there. But belief alone isn't enough. You need to back that belief up with knowledge. With substance, empty words, no matter how passionately delivered, will eventually ring hollow. People respect those who know what they're talking about. Those who have done their homework, those who can speak with authority on a subject. This doesn't mean you need to be the world's foremost expert on everything. But it does mean you need to be well informed about the topics you choose to speak on. Read, study, ask questions, seek out different perspectives. The more knowledge you have, the more confidently you can speak. And confidence, that's a key ingredient in commanding respect. Now let's talk about how you actually deliver your message. The words you choose matter. The tone you use matters. The way you structure your thoughts matters. When you speak like a leader, you speak with clarity. You don't hide behind jargon or unnecessarily complex language. You get straight to the point. Think about it. Have you ever listened to someone drone on and on using big words and convoluted sentences and walked away feeling like you didn't understand a thing they said? That's not leadership. That's not commanding respect. That's confusing people and wasting their time. Leaders speak in a way that everyone can understand. They take complex ideas and break them down into simple, digestible chunks. They use analogies and stories to make their points relatable. They speak in a way that resonates with their audience, whether that audience is a room full of executives or a group of factory workers. But it's not just about the words you use. It's about how you use them. Leaders speak with purpose. They don't ramble or go off on tangents. Every word, every sentence serves a purpose in advancing their message. They're concise, they're direct, they respect their audience's time and attention. And here's a secret. Sometimes the most powerful words are the ones you don't say. Silence can be a powerful tool when used correctly. A well-placed pause can add emphasis to your words. It can give your audience time to absorb what you've said. It can create anticipation for what's coming next. Great leaders know how to use silence effectively. They're not afraid of it. They don't feel the need to fill every moment with sound. They understand that sometimes a moment of quiet reflection can be more impactful than a torrent of words. Something that many people overlook when it comes to speaking like a leader. Listening, yes, you heard that right. To be a great speaker, you need to be a great listener. Why? Because leadership isn't a one-way street. It's not about barking orders and expecting others to follow blindly. True leadership is about understanding the people you're leading. It's about hearing their concerns, their ideas, their perspectives. When you listen, truly listen, to others, you gain insights that can make your own words more powerful. You learn how to speak in a way that resonates with your audience. You build connections and earn respect. So practice active listening when someone else is speaking. Give them your full attention. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Really hear what they're saying. Ask questions. Show genuine interest. The respect you show others when you listen to them will come back to you tenfold when it's your turn to speak. Body language. Your words are powerful, but they're not the only way you communicate. In fact, studies have shown that a significant portion of our communication is nonverbal. The way you stand, the way you move, the expressions on your face, all of these things send messages to your audience. Leaders are aware of their body language. They stand tall with shoulders back and head high. This posture exudes confidence and commands respect before a single word is spoken. They make eye contact, connecting with their audience on an individual level. They use gestures purposefully to emphasize points and engage their listeners. But it's not about putting on a show or trying to be someone you're not. Authenticity is key. Your body language should be a natural extension of your words and your beliefs. If there's a disconnect between what you're saying and how you're carrying yourself, people will notice. And that can undermine your message and your credibility. So practice awareness of your body language. Stand in front of a mirror and watch yourself speak. Record yourself giving a presentation and analyze your movements. Over time, you'll develop a natural, confident presence that enhances your words and commands respect. Now, let's address something that many people struggle with when it comes to speaking like a leader. Fear of public speaking. Fear of saying the wrong thing. Fear of being judged or criticized. These fears are natural. Even the most accomplished leaders have felt them at some point. But here's the thing, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Every time you push through that fear, every time you open your mouth and speak, despite the butterflies in your stomach, you're growing. You're becoming stronger. You're becoming more of a leader. Remember, everyone feels nervous sometimes. Everyone has moments of self-doubt. The key is not to let those feelings stop you. Acknowledge them, accept them, and then focus on your message. Focus on the people you're trying to reach. Focus on the difference your words can make. And here's a little secret. Those nerves you feel, that adrenaline pumping through your veins, you can use that energy. Channel it into passion for your message. Let it fuel your words and add intensity to your delivery. Some of the most powerful speeches in history were delivered by people who were nervous, but used that nervous energy to their advantage. The power of storytelling. Humans are wired for stories. We've been telling them since the dawn of civilization. Stories engage our emotions, make information more memorable, and help us connect with others on a deeper level. Leaders understand the power of a good story. They use anecdotes and examples to illustrate their points. They paint vivid pictures with their words, allowing their audience to see and feel what they're describing. A well-told story can be more persuasive than a barrage of facts and figures. But not just any story will do. The stories you tell should be relevant to your message. They should serve a purpose, whether it's a personal experience that taught you a valuable lesson or an example that perfectly illustrates your point. Make sure your stories add value to your overall message. And remember, the most powerful stories are often the most personal ones. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Share your struggles, your failures, your moments of doubt. This kind of honesty builds trust and shows your humanity. It makes you relatable and helps your audience connect with you on a personal level. Now, let's address something that many aspiring leaders struggle with, finding their own voice. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to imitate other successful speakers, and while it's good to learn from others, you need to develop your own unique style. Your voice, your authentic voice, is what will set you apart. It's what will make people sit up and take notice. It's what will make your words resonate with others in a way that no one else's can. Finding your voice takes time, it takes practice, it takes a willingness to be vulnerable and to sometimes make mistakes. But it's worth the effort. Because when you speak with your authentic voice, you speak with power. You speak with conviction. You speak in a way that commands respect. So how do you find your voice? Start by being honest with yourself. What are your values? What are your passions? What messages do you feel compelled to share with the world? Your voice should be an expression of who you are at your core. Experiment with different styles and approaches. Pay attention to what feels natural and what feels forced. Listen to feedback from others, but don't let it override your own instincts. Your voice will evolve over time as you grow and gain experience. Embrace that evolution. The importance of adaptability. Different situations call for different approaches. A speech that works well in a boardroom might fall flat in a factory. A style that resonates with one generation might not connect with another. Leaders who command respect understand this. They're able to adapt their communication style to fit the needs of their audience and the demands of the situation. They can be forceful and passionate when the moment calls for it, or calm and reassuring when that's what's needed. This doesn't mean being authentic or constantly changing who you are. It means being flexible. It means understanding your audience and meeting them where they are. It means being willing to adjust your approach if you see that your message isn't landing the way you intended. Developing this adaptability takes practice and self-awareness. Pay attention to how people respond to you. Are they engaged? Are they understanding your message? If not, be willing to switch gears. Try a different approach. The goal isn't to stick rigidly to a script, but to effectively communicate your message and inspire action. Now let's address something that many people overlook when it comes to speaking like a leader, the power of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. Leaders who command respect are often highly empathetic. They don't just speak at people, they speak to them. They understand the concerns, fears, and aspirations of their audience. They address these in their words, showing that they truly understand and care. Empathy in your speech doesn't mean being soft or avoiding hard truths. It means delivering your message in a way that acknowledges and respects the experiences and emotions of your audience. It means choosing words that resonate on an emotional level, not just an intellectual one. Developing empathy takes effort. It requires you to listen, to observe, to ask questions. It means being genuinely interested in the people you're speaking to. But the payoff is immense. When people feel understood, they're more likely to listen. When they feel respected, they're more likely to respect you in return. The power of conviction. When you speak like a leader, you need to stand firmly behind your words. Conviction isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about having a deep-seated belief in what you're saying and the courage to stand by it even in the face of opposition. People can sense when a speaker truly believes in their message. It comes through in the tone of voice, in the choice of words, in the very energy they project. When you speak with conviction, you inspire confidence in others. You make them believe, not just in your words, but in your ability to turn those words into action. But conviction doesn't mean being inflexible or close-minded. True leaders are open to new ideas and willing to change their stance if presented with compelling evidence. They have the humility to admit when they're wrong and the courage to change course when necessary. Speaking with conviction also means being willing to take a stand on important issues. It means not shying away from difficult conversations or controversial topics. Leaders who command respect don't sit on the fence. They have the courage to voice their opinions and the integrity to back up their words with actions. Now, let's address something that's crucial in today's world: the ability to communicate across cultures. In our increasingly globalized society, leaders often find themselves speaking to diverse audiences with different cultural backgrounds and expectations. Speaking like a leader in this context means being culturally sensitive and inclusive. It means being aware of cultural differences in communication styles, body language, and etiquette. It means choosing words and examples that resonate across cultural boundaries. But it's not just about avoiding offense, it's about actively embracing diversity and using it to enrich your message. Draw on diverse perspectives and experiences. Use examples from different cultures. Show that you value and respect diversity in all its forms. This kind of inclusive communication doesn't just command respect. It builds bridges, it brings people together, and creates a sense of unity and shared purpose. In a world that often seems divided, this is a truly powerful skill. The importance of continuous improvement. Speaking like a leader isn't a skill you master once and then forget about. It's a lifelong journey of learning and growth. The best leaders are always looking for ways to improve their communication skills. Seek out feedback. Ask trusted colleagues or mentors to critique your speeches or presentations. Record yourself speaking and analyze your performance. Look for areas where you can improve. Maybe it's your pacing, your body language, or the structure of your arguments. Read widely. Study great speeches from history. Listen to contemporary leaders who command respect. What can you learn from them? What techniques can you adapt to your own style? Say, practice regularly. Take every opportunity to speak in public, whether it's at work, in your community, or in a professional organization. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. And remember, improvement doesn't always mean adding more. Sometimes it means simplifying, stripping away unnecessary words, focusing on the core of your message. The most powerful speeches are often the simplest and most direct. Now let's address something that many people struggle with: handling criticism and opposition. When you speak like a leader, when you take a stand on important issues, you're bound to face criticism. You'll encounter people who disagree with you, who challenge your ideas, who may even attack you personally. The way you handle these situations can make or break your credibility as a leader. Responding with anger or defensiveness undermines your message and your authority. Instead, leaders who command respect handle criticism with grace and professionalism. Listen to criticism with an open mind. There might be valid points that you can learn from. Respond calmly and respectfully, even if the criticism is delivered harshly. Use it as an opportunity to clarify your position, to provide additional information, or to bridge differences. When faced with opposition, don't get drawn into unproductive arguments. Stay focused on your core message. Use disagreements as opportunities to demonstrate your knowledge, your reasoning skills, and your ability to engage in constructive dialogue. Remember, the goal isn't to win every argument. It's to communicate your ideas effectively, to inspire action, and to earn respect, even from those who may disagree with you. The power of passion. When you speak like a leader, your words should be fueled by genuine passion for your subject. Passion is contagious. It has the power to ignite enthusiasm in others, to motivate them to action, to make them believe in the possibility of change. But passion doesn't mean being overly emotional or losing control. It means speaking with energy and conviction. It means letting your audience see and feel how much you care about your message. It's about transferring your enthusiasm to your listeners. When you speak with passion, people don't just hear your words, they feel them. They're moved by them. They're inspired to think differently, to act differently. That's the kind of impact that commands respect. Now, as we near the end of our discussion, let's talk about legacy. When you speak like a leader, you're not just communicating in the moment. You're leaving a lasting impact. Your words have the power to echo long after you finished speaking. Think about the speeches that have changed the world, the words that have inspired movements, that have comforted nations in times of crisis, that have challenged people to dream bigger and reach higher. Those speakers weren't just talking. They were creating a legacy. Every time you open your mouth to speak, you have the opportunity to create your own legacy. Your words can be the spark that ignites a fire in someone's heart. They can be the light that guides someone through their darkest hour. They can be the foundation upon which someone builds their dreams. This is the true power of speaking like a leader. It's not just about the immediate impact of your words, it's about the ripple effect they create. The ideas you plant today might bloom into world-changing actions tomorrow. The encouragement you offer in a moment of doubt might be the catalyst for someone's lifelong journey of success. So how do you speak in a way that creates a lasting legacy? It starts with having a clear vision. What change do you want to see in the world? What message do you want to be remembered for? Your vision should be the guiding star for all your communications. It should infuse every word you speak with purpose and direction. But a vision alone isn't enough. You need to be able to articulate that vision in a way that resonates with others. This is where the art of persuasion comes into play. Persuasion isn't about manipulation or coercion. It's about presenting your ideas in a way that others can understand, relate to, and ultimately buy into. One powerful tool of persuasion is the use of contrast. Show your audience the difference between the world as it is and the world as it could be. Paint a vivid picture of the problems we face, then offer a compelling vision of the solution. This contrast creates tension, a tension that can only be resolved by taking action. Another key element of persuasive speech is the call to action. Don't just inform your audience or inspire them, challenge them. Give them specific, actionable steps they can take to be part of the solution. Make them feel that their contribution, no matter how small, can make a real difference. Remember, the most respected leaders aren't just talkers. They're doers. Your words will carry far more weight if they're backed up by consistent action. Be the living embodiment of your message. Let your life be a testament to the values and ideas you espouse in your speeches. The power of repetition. The most memorable speeches often have a central phrase or idea that's repeated throughout. Think of Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I have a dream," or Winston Churchill's "We shall fight on the beaches." These repetitions serve as anchors for the audience, driving home the core message in a way that sticks in the memory. But repetition doesn't mean saying the exact same thing over and over. It means finding different ways to reinforce your central idea. Use stories, analogies, facts, and emotional appeals, all circling back to your main point. This creates a sense of unity and coherence in your speech, making it more impactful and memorable. Another crucial aspect of speaking like a leader is the ability to inspire hope. In a world that often seems filled with negativity and cynicism, people are hungry for hope. They want to believe that things can get better, that their efforts can make a difference. When you speak, be a beacon of hope. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or sugarcoating reality. It means acknowledging the challenges we face while also highlighting the opportunities for positive change. It means focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. It means helping people see the potential for growth and improvement, even in the most difficult circumstances. Hope is a powerful motivator. When people have hope, they're more likely to take action, to persevere in the face of obstacles, to work towards a better future. By inspiring hope through your words, you're giving people the emotional fuel they need to turn your vision into reality. Let's address the importance of authenticity once more. In an age of carefully curated social media presences and polished public personas, authenticity stands out. People can sense when someone is being genuine, and they respect it. Being authentic doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real. It means being willing to show your vulnerabilities, to admit your mistakes, to share your struggles. It means speaking from the heart, not just from a script. When you're authentic in your speech, you create a deeper connection with your audience. You're not just a figure on a stage or a voice on a microphone. You're a real person with real experiences and real emotions. This authenticity makes your message more relatable and more impactful. The power of silence once again. In our noisy world, silence can be a powerful tool when used effectively. A well-timed pause can add emphasis to your words, give your audience time to reflect, or build anticipation for what's coming next. Don't be afraid of silence. Embrace it, use it strategically. A moment of silence after a powerful statement allows that statement to sink in. A pause before delivering your main point builds tension and focuses attention. Silence can be as eloquent as words when used wisely. Let's address the importance of continual learning. The world is constantly changing, and so are the ways we communicate. To remain effective as a speaker and leader, you need to be constantly updating your knowledge and skills. Stay informed about current events and trends in your field. Read widely, not just in your area of expertise, but in diverse fields. You never know where you might find inspiration for a powerful analogy or a fresh perspective on an old problem. Study the art of communication itself. Learn about new techniques in public speaking, advances in communication technology, insights from psychology and neuroscience about how people process information. The more you learn, the more tools you'll have at your disposal to make your message heard and respected. The power of storytelling once more. Humans are wired for stories. We've been sharing them around campfires for thousands of years. Stories engage our emotions, make information more memorable, and help us understand complex ideas. As a leader, your ability to tell compelling stories can be a game changer. Use stories to illustrate your points, to make abstract concepts concrete, to inspire and motivate. Share personal anecdotes that reveal your character and values. Use case studies that demonstrate the real-world impact of your ideas. But remember, not all stories are created equal. The most effective stories in a leadership context are those that serve your message. They should be relevant, concise, and have a clear point. Don't get so caught up in telling a good story that you lose sight of your overall purpose. Let's address the importance of emotional intelligence. Speaking like a leader isn't just about what you say. It's about how you say it and how well you understand and respond to your audience's emotions. Emotional intelligence involves being aware of your own emotions and managing them effectively. It means being able to read the emotional temperature of a room and adjust your approach accordingly. It means being able to connect with people on an emotional level, to empathize with their struggles and aspirations. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are better able to inspire, motivate, and influence others. They can navigate difficult conversations with grace. They can unite diverse groups around a common purpose. They can turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Developing emotional intelligence takes time and effort. It involves practicing self-awareness, learning to regulate your own emotions, and honing your ability to perceive and respond to the emotions of others. But the payoff is immense. It can transform you from someone who merely speaks to someone who truly connects and inspires. The power of simplicity. In our complex world, there's a tendency to overcomplicate things. But often, the most powerful messages are the simplest ones. When you speak like a leader, strive for clarity and simplicity. Break down complex ideas into digestible chunks. Use clear, straightforward language. Avoid jargon and unnecessarily complex terms. Remember, your goal is to communicate, not to impress people with your vocabulary. This doesn't mean dumbing down your message. It means distilling it to its essence. It means finding the clearest, most direct way to express your ideas. Some of the most powerful speeches in history have used remarkably simple language to convey profound truth. Let's address the importance of timing. A great message delivered at the wrong time can fall flat. Leaders who command respect understand the importance of timing in communication. This means being attuned to the broader context in which you're speaking. What's happening in the world, in your industry, in your organization? How might these factors affect how your message is received? It also means being sensitive to the immediate context of your speech. Read the room. Are people energized and ready to hear a call to action, or do they need encouragement and reassurance? Adjust your approach accordingly. Timing also applies within your speech itself. Know when to build tension and when to release it. Know when to push and when to pull back. Know when to speak and when to listen. This rhythmic ebb and flow can make your speech more engaging and impactful. The power of inclusivity. In our diverse world, leaders who command respect are those who can speak to and for a wide range of people. This means using language that is inclusive and respectful of all. Be mindful of the words you choose. Avoid language that could be seen as exclusionary or offensive. Use examples and analogies that resonate with diverse audiences. When appropriate, acknowledge and celebrate diversity explicitly in your speech. But inclusivity goes beyond just words. It's about creating a sense that everyone in your audience has a place in your vision. It's about making people feel seen, heard, and valued. When people feel included, they're more likely to engage with your message and support your goals. Let's address the importance of consistency. To be respected as a leader, your words need to align with your actions. People will be watching to see if you practice what you preach. Any disconnect between your words and your deeds can undermine your credibility and erode respect. This means being thoughtful about the commitments you make in your speeches. Don't promise what you can't deliver. Be clear about what people can expect from you and then follow through. Consistency builds trust, and trust is the foundation of respect. Consistency also applies to your message itself. While it's important to adapt to different audiences and situations, your core message should remain constant. People should be able to recognize your voice and your values, whether you're speaking to a small team or addressing a large crowd. The power of vision once more. Leaders who command respect are those who can paint a compelling picture of the future. They don't just describe the world as it is. They show people what it could be. When you speak, don't just focus on the immediate. Connect your message to a larger vision. Help people see how their actions today can shape a better tomorrow. Give them a reason to believe, a cause to fight for, a future to work towards. But remember, a vision is not just a dream. It needs to be grounded in reality. Show people the path from here to there. Break down your vision into achievable steps. Make it feel not just desirable, but possible. As we near the end of our discussion, let's reflect on the profound responsibility that comes with speaking like a leader. Your words have power. They can inspire hope or instill fear. They can unite or divide. They can motivate people to great achievements or lead them astray. Use this power wisely. Speak not just for personal gain, but for the greater good. Use your voice to uplift others, to promote understanding, to drive positive change. Let your legacy be one of words that healed, inspired, and transformed. Remember, speaking like a leader and commanding respect isn't about being perfect. It's about being genuine, passionate, and committed to growth. It's about using your voice to make a positive difference in the world. Every time you speak, you have an opportunity to lead, to inspire, To make a difference, don't let that opportunity pass you by. Embrace the power of your voice. Speak with purpose, with passion, with conviction. Speak like the leader you are meant to be. Your words can change lives. They can change communities. They can change the world. So speak up, speak out, let your voice be heard. The world is waiting for your message, for your vision, for your leadership. The future is shaped by those who have the courage to speak up and the wisdom to speak well. Be one of those people. Use your voice. Make it count. The world needs leaders who can articulate a vision of a better future and inspire others to work towards it. You can be one of those leaders. Starting today, commit to honing your voice. Commit to speaking with purpose and passion. Commit to using your words to make a positive impact. It won't always be easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. But remember, every great leader faced doubts and obstacles. What set them apart was their determination to keep going, to keep speaking their truth, to keep leading. You have that same potential within you. You have a unique voice, a unique perspective, a unique contribution to make. Don't let fear or self-doubt hold you back. Step up, speak out, lead,